Evening, Garcids. Welcome back to another episode. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm sure you all are after that win yesterday. Finally getting back to winning ways after 4 games without a win. But yeah, thanks to everyone that are tuning in on the live. Thanks to everyone that's already got in their comments. Like we always say, get in your comments. Any questions, we always get through them. Yeah, it's just good to be talking about a win, I guess. Yeah, it's felt ages. I think Burton was the last win we had, and that was like 3 weeks ago, a month ago already. So yeah, talking about a win, which is brilliant. Smash the like button. You guys smashed the like target last episode as well, so do it again. 65 likes I think there was on the last episode, so if we can get that, it'd be brilliant. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe. I think we're 30 off 5,700. So yeah, follow the socials. Obviously all of our personal socials are on screen, so feel free to follow. Fan hub code, all that good stuff, to be honest. But yeah, evening, Neil. How are you, mate? Good?
Yeah, all good, mate. No sweat.
Lovely stuff. And Josh, how are you, mate? After yesterday, obviously us two buzzing that end of that video, it was hilarious. But yeah, how are you?
I mean, yeah, that was a real good way to go into the weekend, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Yeah, obviously, like I said, back to winning ways. Back-to-back clean sheets for only the 3rd time this season. The first time we done it was the first 2 games where we beat Northampton, drew to Rotherham. Second time in November where we drew to Crawley and beat Mansfield 1-0 away. And obviously, yeah, only the 3rd time we've done it, but up to 9 clean sheets. And we've also equalled last season's home record of wins, which is pretty mad. With still quite a lot of home games to go. And I think that is our joint best since the 2017-18 season. So last year, 8, 22-23, 6, 2021, obviously when we got relegated, 7 wins. And we've actually now got 1 more point than we did the whole of that season where we got relegated, which is, yeah, mad again. So, yeah, the last time we got double-digit home wins in League One, anyway, of course, the League 2 seasons where we got 80, 90 points and won 15 odd, yeah, was the 2017-18 season when we got 11 wins. So, yeah, home form has been massive, of course. Cowdy's 5th win in charge, 13 points of the 17 available coming at home, only 4 points on the road. We know how bad we are on the road, but yeah, 13 points at home. It's been massive, obviously, for us. 4 wins, a draw, and 2 losses at home. So yeah, it was important that we got back to winning ways. Yeah, already got Ben Gill. Yeah, he went over to Napa's his stream to tell about Jake. Yeah, Jake Tong, obviously most of you know he's been on here a few times. He'll be on here on Thursday. Of course, Lincoln, our next game on the weekend. So he'll be here on Thursday, giving it the big one probably. Yeah, even in Fallen Blue, Harry Jenkins, no strikers, no problem. He said how the swelling goes down in his knee come Wednesday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's on about Promise or maybe Ward. I don't know. Yeah, evening, lads. Got to take this win into Tuesday. It's all about trying not to lose the game. All the players fighting for each other. Martin said to me he won't be fit. Yeah. I think Dan Powell earlier about that. So, yeah, thanks to everyone tuning in. Yeah, let's get into it. I'll start with you, Neil, first, and Ben saying about Lincoln away. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, let me know if you're driving. Andrew also saying, even to you, no Martin equals more effort, impact, sub at best. And Dave Brimble as well. Good evening, Huddersfield Gas, still on cloud 9 after that result. So pleased for my daughter, who's the Gas head, surrounded by town season ticket holders at our school. Yeah, that should be good tomorrow to yeah, it's pretty mad, really. Obviously, the win obviously happening, and then the day after he gets sacked, which is, I'm not really surprised. Like, yes, they had a lot of injuries, like we did, but like the football, you know, they're playing, the players, you know, that he got backed with in January, bringing on, you know, Dion Charles, Joe Taylor, you know, off the bench is pretty mad, to be honest. But yeah, start with you, Neil. Yeah, what was your thoughts on the game? Obviously, back to winning ways, very nerve-wracking game, but we got there in the end, and we got another clean sheet as well.
Yeah, I mean, come 2 o'clock, I was pretty sceptical of how it was going to go, considering we was bare bones, weren't we? He picked what he had available to him essentially, and tried to get and make a side and a pattern out of that on and off the ball. And then 8 minutes in, the guy that you wanted back to try and give us a platform to play off is pretty much, he's done now. I reckon he's probably done for the season now, which was I thought, well, that'd be curtains now. Like they'll just front load himself and come straight after, because we've got nothing to make it stick and get ourselves up the pitch. But like I said afterwards, Huddersfield they're a bomb scare of a side. For that amount of quality and that amount of creativity and goal threat in that entire squad, for them to churn out that sort of a performance against a pretty, bang average side in ourselves, like that, they were appalling. Like, and I'm not taking anything away from us getting 3 points. Like, job got done. We did what we had to do, granted, but they didn't look anything like a top 6 side. They didn't even look like a big hitter. Like I said, in August, I had Huddersfield looking at top 2. I thought they'd have a right go at it. They're a million miles. They're a million miles away under that format, under Duff. They're a million miles away from being They reminded me of us against Rotherham at home. Just decision making, shot to pieces, no urgency, no thought process about the accountability or the repercussions of the things they were doing with the football. It was ridiculous. I mean, I know we've gone 1-0 up, but what that Spencer's doing there is unforgivable.
It's shocking. Yeah.
Unforgivable. Like, the way he's just so lax in the thought process of, I'm facing the way I'm going to be playing. I'm just going to let that drop over my shoulder, and then his arse just fell off, and I don't know what to do with this, and just hooked it.
Yeah, because he was the one
from his own goal, and then obviously, like most of the game, we've picked up seconds really well. Yeah, Mola's helped it into an area, and like what I've spoken about before recently with us in sort of important moments and mistakes, like Soteriou sorted his feet out great in that moment. Like, he sorted his feet out really, really well. The choice to finish is baffling to me. Like, it's a great finish, but if he'd have missed that, you'd be asking the question of why he's attempted to do that, because it's not really a lob. He's not put his foot through it. It was a really peculiar finish. I think it threw Nichols because it was a really peculiar effort, but like it's gone in. But I mean, he's executed it great, but it was out of like probably the list of finishes you could go down there. As if you was talking to a centre forward, you'd probably go, that'd be like 4th or 5th on the list of how you'd approach to finish that. But he's took it really well. And then, like I've said before about us and managing moments here, we managed 1-0 really well in that game. And I think spoke about Calderon being a novice boss and having to cut his teeth on doing things. He's got us playing a certain way recently, which is going to look to just get the job done over the next sort of remaining 11, 12 games, where we haven't got the results recently, but since Swinkles has come in, he's decided to go, you know what, from dead balls, we're going to go direct. We're just going to go direct, and we're going to go and look to play off seconds if we've got an out-and-out winnable ball on the first contact. So when he first came in and we look at all the intricacies and the short ball and the things we were looking to do to go through the third, he's bypassed that at the minute and decided, you know what? And credit to him, like, there's a load of, and me included, I thought he's going to stick to his guns here. He's a boss that's got his own philosophy, and the way he's going to do things, he's going to drill this home until it sticks. And he's decided to go, you know what? He's looked at the cards he's been dealt, and he's looked at the pack that he's got, and he's going, we're going to do this because it suits what you are. And he's made people like Mola and Taylor more comfortable in a system and in a group of players to say, you know what? I know you're not great at this, and I've been banging the drum to you to play a certain way. I'll cater to you, and our side is going to do this. Because if you look at what we've done with dead balls, we've gone direct. We've got ourselves away from goal. We've defended, like, I don't need to talk about our 2 centre halves for all season. I know our 2 centre halves have never been the problem. Mm-hmm. They were excellent again Saturday. So start winning first contacts in your own box. Start winning first contacts in the other box. you got half a chance, and then the rest of it's about, like I said, about thinking about the repercussions of your decisions on the football pitch given certain moments. And we did everything on Saturday, which was pretty much right to navigate a 1-0 lead to get ourselves out of hole, knowing that we're not a free-flowing goal machine of a side. It's just, all effort plays, all second balls, nice and narrow, turned them round, and then you've got someone like Kofi that can come on who, like I said, nice soft beat, good in nice areas. And he didn't do what a lot of kids would have done. He gone, I'm going to go and win this game. I'm just going to go and win this game for us.
Just kept it.
I'm going to go and try and make yourself a star. He did everything that he should have done. He really educated, smart performance for the time he was on. And we just saw it through. Now, like I said, Huddersfield weren't fantastic. There's loads of problems with them, but we play what was put in front of us. Gave ourselves a good account of ourselves, got ourselves a result. But we have to try now, and I'm really sceptical about this. We've got to try and back that up Tuesday on bare bones, and they put a massive effort in on Saturday.
Yeah. And
you're going to come up against the Bolton side, which are pretty much purring now under Schumacher. Yeah. So how we navigate that's because you ain't going to get them on the grass. It's all recovery now until Tuesday. So it's going to be really challenging. Even though we've done really well, we've won at home, etc. Bolton's going to be really tough because they're going to be tired and they're going to be sore.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, pretty much spot on. To be fair, even as Jamie was saying, buzzing after yesterday, did not see that result coming. Agree with Neil. Totally reference Huddersfield considering the quality they have. Harry saying Evans was so deep. I know that they have injuries, but he's so wasted in that position. Good goal, but keeper should have saved it, says Tom. Never seen a Michael Duff side so weak in presence, no height at all. Yeah, to be fair, like I thought as well. Obviously, like I said, massive praise on Rovers, but yeah, I mean, when I've looked at their results and sort of the manner that they've been getting beaten, that's why. I mean, I know I go for a win have done most times, but that's why I thought if we're going to get anything like out of the next two, Huddersfield was going to be that game but like you said, Neil, before we went live, even though they've got their three main centre backs out, they've got the two main centre mids out in Herbie Kane and David Kasumu. They've got various other players out, Miller, who usually starts wing back. With the quality they still have, you still expect them to do something. But yeah, I was shocked. But I thought I seen some Huddersfield fan commented on the reaction saying Huddersfield were everything that Rovers were basically. Obviously, the fight. They wouldn't, you mentioned first and second balls. Like yesterday, we just done the basics, but also give absolutely everything. Even though we weren't amazing, but all Rovers fans want to see is giving your all. And then once the crowd builds as well, then it was even tougher for them as well. To be fair.
But it's like I said, it's because we front loaded ourselves. You front load yourself, you're going to give yourself the best opportunity given the side that we are. You have to front load yourself and give yourself a chance of getting yourself up the pitch and getting after a side. But yeah, I just feel we're just passive.
Yeah, 100%. Rob saying Huddersfield sacked Duff because of the loss. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I said it on my Insta earlier. It's been a while since it happened a lot in League Two, the promotion season. I think managers are sacked, obviously not because of us, but the runs. But yeah, I think that's 4 losses in the last 5. They've now slipped out of the playoff places, and like you said, if you're in that playoff place, you cannot be losing to Peterborough and us, especially the way how like easy it was. Like yesterday wasn't easy, but like I said, and like a lot of Rovers fans have said, like they only look like scoring from a corner or like from a free kick set piece situation. Like for the players that they still had in that side yesterday, they need to be. And he's been backed. He was backed a lot in the January market as well, like over, I think, nearly £2 million on attackers, and also they spent money on is it Ruskin, the left wing back from the Eredivisie. So he's been backed a lot, and when you're not, especially Huddersfield, we're not talking about just when Huddersfield come into League One with the like pretty big club they are, massive stadium, massive, pressure. That's what happens. And yeah, I wasn't really surprised. Or was it 3 million? I don't even know how much. There's loads of different ones, but that's what I mean, a lot. And you heard the fans booing, swearing at them. Yeah, I'm not really surprised, to be fair. And yeah, Dion Charles a lot.
That's a great job for someone. That Huddersfield job. That's a brilliant job for someone to go and get.
Yeah.
It's all there for you.
Yeah. Definitely the best stadium as well. That stadium is nice, class as well. Yeah, Josh, what's your thoughts? Obviously, before the game, we'll get with the lineup. We were like, bloody hell, like the amount of players that were missing for us as well. Obviously, Wardy and Martin. No one thought that they were gonna be missing, but they were missing the other players. I don't think all the players missing were injuries. I don't think Shatford, I think his suspensions,
he just wasn't picked.
It's over. He just wasn't picked, and maybe a few others as well. But yeah, thoughts on yesterday. Obviously, Neil's already said a lot, but yeah, what did you make of some of the players, the performance, everything that was put into the game, and the win, and the fans?
Oh, I'll get to the fans. Don't you worry about that, mate. The reason I went for a 2-2 draw is because we're decent at home when the crowd get behind us. We are.
Yeah.
But also because Huddersfield, they can have games where they really stink the gaff out. Yeah. Like you've looked at some of the results they've picked up this season where they've lost, and you think, well, that is. Yeah. There are some bad losses in there. I mean, talk about underachieving. When I first did my top 3 this season, when I did my league table, my top 3 were Birmingham, Rotherham, and Huddersfield. And you look where they are now, and I know the position doesn't say massively stay underachieving, just teetering outside the. It is. But at the same time, it's the way they play. Some of the stuff they played yesterday. I actually was thinking to myself, I really hope I'm not the only one thinking that this is awful. Like they were crap.
Yeah.
The first thing I will want to just start off by saying is I feel gutted for Promise.
Yeah, Promise. Yeah, so annoying.
I mean, watching him so distraught and so upset was really not very nice to see whatsoever, because I can't sympathize with him because I've never been in that situation. Or what is it? Empathize or sympathy? Anyway, I could feel his heartbreak in that moment. So that was really, really sad to see. It was quite interesting because it looked like him getting injured G'd up our boys a little bit more. Like, right, I don't know what it was, but just everyone. It looked like they were trying to fight for something. Plus, at the same time, we knew we were going to be under the cosh at that point. And I mean, when Taylor Moore came on, and I was hearing a lot of people going, "What is he doing? Like, why is he bringing Taylor Moore?" But it was so obvious in my brain of what he was doing. He was bringing Taylor Moore into that midfield so that Hutchinson can either push slightly more forward, or Taylor Moore just sits behind Butcher and Hutchinson, and Soteria goes up top. Like it was. Yeah. It was. I thought it was a good decision. So
100%.
Cowdy got that right, and then to go 1-0 up. I mean, Soteria's goal was from where I was sitting anyway. It just dropped beautifully. Like he hit it so nicely. And that's 4 goals in the last 6 home games for him now. So he is the mem guru at the minute.
Yeah.
And like Neil said, we played out that 1-0 so nicely, because that game to me had moments of the Rotherham game. Like, we could argue we scored maybe a bit too early in the Rotherham game, and again we scored again quite early in this game. So I was a bit nervous, but the game management out there was fantastic. And Clinton Mola, Connor Taylor, Swinkles, James Wilson, Let's put Huntley in that as well. But they managed a front 3 or 4 players for Huddersfield so well, and they had nothing. And I know it's very cliche to say, but obviously if you keep a clean sheet, then you don't lose. It was brilliant. It was, and to get onto the fans, the fact that 7,500 fans made that noise at moments, it was brilliant. That's how the Mem should be.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Bar the Rotherham game at home last week, if that were a different result, let's just say that didn't end 3-2 and it was a 2-2 draw, like our home record is under Cowley has been superb.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm nervous for Bolton because I do think Bolton are flying at the minute, and they will run us ragged because it's Schumacher's got them playing. They're still on that kind of wave of new manager Banks.
Yeah.
He's freed the shackles there, but at the Mem, just it's always going to be tough.
Yeah.
And it had, tell you what, it had vibes of the Charlton game. You know, when we won 3-2 at home.
Yeah.
Charlton, but for those first, when we went 3-0 up, and it was passion, fight, determination. It was reminiscent of that kind of a performance out there today. So I'm hoping we can find moments of that against Bolton, because if we drop below that level and Bolton are on it, we could get absolutely munched. But at the same time, Neil was talking last week about, I don't know if the pennies dropped that we're in a relegation battle. It looked like yesterday that penny had finally dropped.
Yeah, I agree. Like you both said, really, it was. I think the most pleasing thing is that we done the basics. The shape was really good. We got back into positions quite well. Obviously, there were moments, with Huddersfield's class that they're gonna sort of break lines and stuff like that. And obviously, we had a dodgy start as well. Putting ourselves under pressure, kicking the ball out of play early, a few sloppy passes. Jed kicking it against Connor Taylor with nearly resulted in a good opportunity for them. Obviously, that chance for Sorensen, mad save from Jed, and the block, the block from, or the header over the bar from Swinkles was ridiculous. I watching it live, I thought it was really good, but watching it back on the highlights was insane. Like how he's cleared that off the line, but
this is, like you said. Sorry, mate. But this is what I'm talking about being tuned in and wired into certain moments of a game where, obviously, we talked about our backline and how we've kept a clean sheet, but the fine margins are Jed's had to make some big saves, and he'll have to make big saves every game for us. And there was people questioning whether he could or he couldn't, etc. Shot stopping's the best part of his game, same as it was for Griffiths, but like Mola's, it's fine margins. Mola's taken loads of plaudits full time, but if Sorensen peels off him like he has, and that header goes in, he's back to being Mola that we thought he was going to be. And he's let his man drift off him, peeled off him, blindside, header, goal, 1-1. But again, it's about being tuned in to knowing the repercussions of what you do and don't do in certain moments. And Swinkles could have easily just watched that. Maybe Rotherham, he watches that. But somewhere along the line, you've got to understand that the repercussions of your actions at certain points and certain moments in games. Yeah. And Saturday was a good example of them all being wired in to knowing. Yeah.
Well, the same thing. Yeah, like you said, football is a lot of time moments and margins. But the same thing was Barnsley, innit? The Barnsley game at home where we got absolutely battered for the first 15, 20 minutes, and obviously we kept it out and then went out the other end, and then we've took our chances. But that's what, it's all about. Like you said, with whether it's under Griffiths or Ward, Ward is, like you said, Shrewsbury made some big saves.
He's going to have to, for the remaining 11, he will have to make big saves in every single game. That's just how we are. That we're not ultimately, we've done well Saturday. We've won a game against Huddersfield, but we're still that team. We've not turned no corner, even until the final day of the season. We are going to be a poor side scrapping for bits and pieces to get points.
Still a long way to go. But that's the sort of games which probably, how many times this season have we said, oh, we've not done the basics. We've not, had good shape. We've, give away stupid goals. We've not given everything,
Yeah, a lot of it is urgency. A lot of it is urgency. And like Saturday, bar like one or two moments, like I said, the Sorensen header from Mola, that's one where he switched off. He's not tuned in to knowing what's around him. He's got no urgency about him and Sorensen's got the run on him. But over the course of 90 minutes, we were pretty good, but we're never going to be perfect because we're not a good side, so we're never going to be perfect.
Yeah, but even then, even the best teams, they will give up moments. But obviously
of course they will. Yeah,
give up a lot.
There'll be a chance for someone in every game, but the law of averages are like the further you are down the table, the more you give.
The more you give. Yeah,
but a lot of it is, like I said, down to understanding the repercussions of what you do. Like I said about the Spencer moment. There's no reason for him to do what he's done there. He's just had a brain fade because he hasn't got any urgency about the moment that he's in.
Yeah. Looking at it, he should have just went back to Nichols.
He had about 3 options he could have taken, and he didn't choose any of them.
Yeah, I don't know what he's playing at. But then, we also obviously had, that Sinclair chance was massive again. Couldn't really sort his feet out. Obviously, we actually started off, obviously before Promise went off, with the same starting two that started at Huddersfield with Promise and Sinclair. But like you said, how many times have we said, it looks like some players ain't giving everything, or whether it comes to challenges, like even, for instance, Hutchinson, a lot of people have said in recent weeks he's too weak, but even yesterday getting stuck in, I think he kicked out at Evans at one stage, or that's what we've been. We've been way too easy for a lot of the season and too soft. But yesterday, full bodied. Like you look at Mola, Kofi come on, tackles, gets the crowd up again. Even simple things like that. Like I said, we've just done the basics, but put in everything, and that's all you want to see in it as a fan. If you see everything, like players, by the end we were absolutely knackered. Obviously, it didn't help. Second half, we couldn't really keep the ball. Obviously, I thought Saturia was brilliant. I think even in the air, he won a lot. But like you mentioned, Taylor Moore, Josh, as well. Yeah, he just again done the basics, got stuck in, kept it ticking. I just thought overall everyone put in a shift. We got the win. Obviously, shout out the youngsters as well. Obviously coming on, Dewsbury. Brilliant to see him come on. Kofi, obviously Jed. Four grads in the end. Obviously, if you count Sinclair.
Yeah, I will say it is amazing to see these boys play 100%. But what does that say about Lindsay, Reindorf, Ford? There's no suggestion that any of them were injured.
Yeah, I don't think they're injured. Yeah,
like that, not so much Ford because you've been out for the last 3 games because of a suspension. So, you're I don't know, you've been out for a while and he's whatever. But like Lindsay, this is a senior pro, and you're putting Taylor Moore in your position, and then Reindorf, you bought him in on loan, which anyway, to put a 17-year-old on the bench instead, and apparently that was just he got the nod over Reindorf. He was chosen. So it's it's great for us, isn't it? Like in that case, and
especially
but it's just like blooming hell. Like, what are they doing in training to not even get picked? For the bench. So. Yeah, well, hopefully it's a good sign, but I feel a bit for Reindorf, to be honest. But at the same time, if you're not doing well enough to get picked over a 17-year-old lad who was on loan at Taunton and Yate, like that's on you, not anyone else. So
that
was a good, nice surprise though.
100%. When I seen him, I bumped into his mum and dad before the game, and his dad said he's with the squad for the rest of the season as well, which is good. Obviously, you don't really want to, like you said, he's done well in his loan spells, but it's obviously totally different, and you don't want to.
They only literally just extended his loan at Taunton as well, so this must be quite new. They must have just thought, right, we want him back because no one else is doing it.
What I mean. Well, you got to look at the injuries, haven't you? Promise doesn't look good. What is it? The fourth time he's been injured if you include the broken hand, but I think the third time it looks like he's done his hammy again. Gatlin O'Donkor, obviously the other striker who was doing well, probably still a few weeks away. You look at obviously midfield, like you mentioned there, Lindsay. I don't think he's injured, but he just can't get on the bench. And you said you've got obviously Conte still out, hasn't played since Boxing Day. Yeah, there is, like you said, especially this stage of the season now where I think we've got a break. I think we've got a week break, if I'm not wrong, after Lincoln. I don't think we've got a Tuesday between Lincoln and the other game. But like you said, it is going to be tough for, the squad and the players, especially, you look at the bench, even the keeper we brought in is now injured,
mad.
Two teenagers on the bench. Obviously, LT was back on the bench after missing out Shrewsbury completely. But you look there and probably most people thought, wow, this is obviously going to be tough. Any game's tough, but especially, when you're facing Huddersfield, haven't won in 4. But shout out to every single one of them. Like I said, they're all praise. To get that win. And it, like at the end, it was just at the end as well, wasn't it? When just full time in the relief and all the passion, everyone, arms in the air, whatever. It was class. But like Neil said, we now need to build on it. It's no good getting back to winning ways and then putting in a poor performance on Tuesday. But like I said, it's going to be tough. We'll obviously get into that now. Chris saying Molan, to be fair, every single one of his challenges yesterday went into it full force, which is good to see. And like you said, even stuff like that, simple things like that, is just getting into a challenge properly. It riled up the men, wasn't it? Everyone was like on their feet, up passion and all that. Even simple stuff like that, it's happened a lot before, times gone by as well, where we've might have been playing poor, or we just needed a lift from the crowd to get up, and then obviously the players respond as well. Great for the Dewsbury to get a call on Friday as well. Amazing to see the homegrown players on the pitch. Absolutely. It's good to see, and hopefully many more of them can come through and get chances. Like I said, it's probably, obviously we don't know yet. It's still a few days to go. We don't know if anyone else got any knocks, but they'll probably be on the bench again as well. And obviously when their time's needed, they'll be there again. Like I said, thing is, with them is they're gonna seize like every minute of every opportunity, to be, boyhood club and stuff like that. And it's brilliant. Like you just said yesterday, it's like looking in, you think, wow, like what you do for that, and they've got that opportunity. I respect Cowdy and his honesty saying the youngsters aren't ready. To be fair, like we know obviously the talent they've got, but like you said, it is going to be tough. But they took their opportunity. But like I said, it's not that time. They're still very, very young. Still young, still need coaching. Obviously, more pre-seasons, more minutes. But it is good to see like the crowd when you just see them coming on and getting minutes is brilliant. But I haven't actually watched his interview yet. But I know a few people have said that he said that. But that's completely fair enough. That's completely fair enough. But we're getting to Bolton. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before we get on to Bolton?
No, mate.
God, no. Huddersfield, right. Mate.
Yeah, definitely. We know. Well, it's obviously mad, isn't it? Because this is the first time we're playing Bolton. We obviously done the preview the last time, and then because of the wind and everything and the mad warnings on people's phone, it got cancelled. But Bolton are flying. 5 wins out of 7 in his first 7 games for Schumacher. Was appointed on the 1st of February. Well, his first game was the 1st of February, and that was his only loss, funny enough. Losing 1-0 away at Reading. But 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 16 points out of 21. 4 wins out of the last 5, with 1 draw in there to Wrexham. Beat Burton 2-1 on the weekend. Beat Birmingham 3-1 on Tuesday night at home after coming back from 1-0 down. Beat Orient 2-1 and beat Shrewsbury 3-2. They have conceded a lot of goals, though. They've obviously scored a lot. They've scored 21 more goals than us, but we've only conceded 2 more than them, which is pretty mad when you think of a Bolton side that have conceded 51 goals. It's pretty mental. But yeah, 18 wins out of 35, 6 draws, 11 defeats, currently on 60 points. Like I've mentioned, they've conceded a few goals. They've conceded 3 against Crawley, 2 against Shrewsbury, but obviously the last 4 games, the most they've conceded is 1 goal. We know how much quality they've got. Collins, second top goal scorer on 9 goals in the league. McAtee, 10 goals. They've obviously recalled Aaron Morley. I don't know why Ian Evatt sent Aaron Morley on loan to Wickham. Obviously, he was brilliant there. Scored a lot of goals. I think he played in the 2-1 loss at home against Wickham. He's obviously back in the side. They can play a range of different formations. They played a 4-3-3 at Burton, 4-5-1 at Orient, 3-4-2-1 against Birmingham, 4-4-1-1 against Wrexham. So, yeah, they've got the squad, they've got the quality to play pretty much anything, whether it's wing backs with Cogley and I think Sean, the Hungarian international, on the left. Brilliant midfield, Sheehan. Yeah, really good squad, good form. Not the best time to be playing them. Like I said, we were absolutely knackered. But yeah, brilliant form, and it's going to be one hell of a tough game. And yeah, we're going to be having to have that much effort, desire, whatever, but also quality against a very good Bolton side if we're going to get anything. Neil, what's your thoughts going into the game, and what have you made of Bolton, especially since they've brought in Schumacher?
Yeah, he's got a motor in now, hasn't he, Schumacher? I mean, he was one of the, between sort of him and Lowe and maybe one other. He was a sort of obvious choice given what he's done in League One. But the tools are all there for anyone that went into Bolton. The tools are all there for you to do it. Like, Evatt got it massively wrong, personality-wise, and
it was mad.
That more than anything, you know. But there wasn't a lot wrong with what Schumacher, like I said, much like the Huddersfield job. It's a great job for anyone to walk into because it's all there for you to work with. You haven't really got to fix much. But yeah, Saturday was great, but I'm not expecting much from Tuesday, to be honest. Like I said, our lads are out on their feet at the minute. We're bare bones, and they've put a massive effort in on Saturday. It's going to be recovery, and then they're going to try and go again, you know, Tuesday. It could be a bridge too far. I mean, if we're ever going to play anyone open to get a result, it's a Tuesday night at the Mem. That's the best scenario for us to ever get a result. But it's going to be a right uphill struggle against these because they're blessed in all aspects of attacking play, really. Like you said, they can alter their shape pretty much in game. They've got Sheehan at first receiver who can pick the ball up off of his back 2 or 3, depending on what they want to do, and start playing through the thirds. If things don't go right for them in width, they've got Gomez. They can go in a touchline and try and drive at you that way. They've got an absolute monster in Chris Farino. They can use for set pieces if needed, which is, if I'm Schumacher, I'm looking at him to be a real asset against Rovers, to be honest, whether you start him or not, to go, look, there's a massive part for you to play in this, because stats will show you that, you know, if you're going to get any joy, if you can't do it in open play against us, go and send one of your monsters up there to try and win a first contact and something off the back of it. And even then, if things are a bit stale, nothing's going right, they've got a gun in Aaron Collins that can just whip something in out of nowhere. So you've got a multitude of issues to deal with when Bolton come to town. So it's just hope for the best. But I can see a tired, leggy performance from us due to the fact of what went into Saturday, and it's just a quick turnaround with nothing really to play with as far as rotating your squad.
Yeah. It's gonna be one hell of a thing. One hell of a big game. like I said, effort needed. But like you said, they're going to be on their feet. The only thing I hope, I'm not sure if he's injured. I haven't, I looked at their squad, but I haven't really looked at I know he hasn't played, but I don't know if that's because he's been out the squad due to he's been playing poor or whatever, or if he's injured. But I hope Ricardo Santos plays, because every time we played against Bolton with him, and I remember Taylor's first couple of games away at them, like he was absolute. Like when we had Collins was going up against him, he was shocking. Like I've always seen people say like Santos is like best centre back in League One. Whenever we've come up against him, he's been absolutely horrendous. And it's the same when Raggett was at Pompey or whoever he's played for. Like they'd be horrendous. So I'm hoping he plays, but I think he must be injured or just not getting picked.
He was a car crash at Wembley. At Wembley.
At Wembley, the playoff final. Yeah. So I'm hoping he plays, but I don't think he will. Like you said, they can go. Owen Toyle, George Johnson, Chris Farino's an absolute tank. Obviously, previously at Wickham. Like we know, they can go a lot of different ways. Formation wise, Cogley and Ossie Tutu, ex-Arsenal player, former Bundesliga player. They can do anything. And then they've also got Lolos. I think they signed him from Crawley in the summer as well. They've got Mendes Gomez. They've got a lot of different options. But like you said, if we're going to get anything, you'd want to be playing night game at the Mem under the lights. Definitely. But massive game. Harry's saying 3 big chances for Burton Saturday. They had more shots on target as well. Will be difficult, but can definitely get at them. Yeah, definitely. They are a brilliant side. But hopefully we can take some of our chances and hopefully try and keep them out of the other end. But we know it's going to be tough. But any team is there to get at. We've had it a few times, not as much this season. We haven't really beat as many of the top sides last season, but we've done it a few times last season. Pompey and Bolton in Taylor's reign, when everyone was like, "Wow, look at this! This is class." But we'll have to see. Josh, what's your thoughts on what you made of Bolton, Schumacher? Obviously, the quality that they've got, and them coming to the Mem on Tuesday night.
When Schumacher signed for them as their new gaffer at the end of Jan, I was praying that this wasn't going to happen. Because if they hit form at the wrong time, well, I guess right time for them, but wrong time for us, twice in the space of 2 or 3 weeks or a month, I don't know what it is, but they've taken the handbrake off. They've gone, listen, we've got a manager in now that is asking us to go and play, for the team and for the fans, not just for his own personal ego. So their foot's been let off the gas, and they are coming to us in some frightening form going forward. Listen, we can get at them. It's Bolton. We've seen this before. They're gonna beat you 4-3, So, but it ain't gonna be a Huddersfield stuffy kick it long and bad touches. It's gonna be
they'll play football.
It's gonna be free flowing football.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough. I do fear that in this game, I feel like if Bolton score first, we don't win it.
They're
just some of the goals they're scoring in the highlights. It's phenomenal football, and there's a lot of passion, and they've got a real belief now that they are going to finish solidly in the playoffs.
They definitely will.
100%. So you're looking at a game where they have a blip. I think that's the
or we're like brilliant,
or we are
both,
or we're Gasolona again. But it's going to be a way tougher game. So I think it will be one of the toughest games down the Mem this season, in my opinion.
Yeah. On paper,
paper, yes.
Yeah. We've mentioned six unbeaten. Brilliant form. Keep hitting the like button as well. We're going to get into our lineup predictions. I doubt. Obviously, we haven't heard any more on. I know Dan put a few maybe little bits on the article, but I'm pretty sure Warden, like we mentioned earlier, Warden Martin won't be there. I don't know if anyone's going to be back, whether there's going to be any changes on the bench. They might. I could see maybe one change maybe from one of the players off the bench, definitely. Harry said McAtee and Collins is crazy. Yeah. 19 league goals between them. There you go. It's just different class, isn't it, really? We'll get into our lineups. Neil, what's going to be your lineup?
Chris Martin available or not?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I will go with Ward in goal. Same back three. Mola, left-hand side. Hunt, right-hand side. Butcher, Taylor Moore. Hutchinson in front of that. Sinclair and Sotirio through the middle.
Yeah. So pretty much the same team as when Taylor Moore come on the pitch.
I'm trying to think of even where you go for options against that. I mean, what your bench is going to be minging, like as far as a game-changing sort of scenario. So we're threadbare, aren't we? We're absolutely threadbare. So that's what I think. I still think we have to front load ourselves. The best way of getting anything is to try and press, not so much press, but try and get ourselves up the pitch and have a bit of urgency to go and hunt in 2s and 3s. Else we'll just get played round, to be honest. It's going to take a massive effort to get something out of this game.
Yeah. Even a point is going to be tough. It's going to be ridiculously tough. Yeah. So you've pretty much gone with the same. To be fair, I would agree. I don't think there's really much you can do. Whether you may try something like I don't know. Like I said, there ain't really a lot to do. Whether give Hutchinson a rest because he's played a lot, maybe, and put Thomas in the 10. Because that was where he played. Look at my head nod.
Just to give you what I'm gonna do, yeah.
But there ain't really a lot you can do. He ain't gonna go and play Dewsbury out front with Sotirio. He's not gonna, maybe Sousa for Mola, but then after Mola's performance, can you really drop that? No, you can't.
Let's not be silly now.
I don't know if you can even sacrifice anything. I don't think you like some fixtures you can look at to try and edge your bets further on down the fixture list, but we stink on the road. So you can't even edge your bets to go, do you know what, we'll sacrifice Tuesday night to try and look to give ourselves the best opportunity at Lincoln because we stink on the road.
Yeah. I agreed. Tom saying no way Sinks will do another 90 minutes. But that's the thing. What are you going to do? You're going to play Luke Thomas up top?
Yeah, but doesn't mean you ain't got to start him. Just because you ain't going to get 90 out of him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Harry saying be surprised if Scotty has another shift. But that's again, just 60 minutes and then chuck on Dewsbury to get the winner. Josh, let's get into yours, Josh. Yeah, mine would be the same as Nils, the same team that started. Taylor, Wilson, Twinkles, Mola, Hunt, Butcher, Taylor Moore, Hutch, Scotty and Sotirio. There ain't really much else you can do. We don't know any other changes or who's going to be back. So, Josh, what would be yours?
The idea of Thomason, Sheehan, Morley, Randall and Lolos with Hutchinson in our midfield gives me PTSD. So he would be my only droppy outer, only because I just feel like if we want to actually go and win this game, we need to be in this game to then go and win it. And if you're pairing Butcher and Hutchinson in that midfield, with I would argue one of the best midfields in the league personnel-wise, in my opinion.
What, Bolton?
Yeah. the
Yeah,
names on that.
Yeah.
You can't have Hutchinson deeper.
No, but if Hutchinson, obviously, if it's Taylor Moore and Butcher would be the more deeper ones, though, wouldn't they? And then Hutch in the 10 if he's going to do it like that.
Okay, fair. I see where you're going. Oh, so
Yeah.
you basically exactly the change you'd make when Taylor Moore came on then.
Yeah.
Sit him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's less scary then. Okay, fine. Well, in that, to be fair,
I'll just be different. It's your lineup. If you want to put LT, then
I was thinking, but you're putting him in the midfield pair, but you said you're starting Taylor Moore. Fine.
Yeah.
Either way, I'll just be different and mix it up a little bit. I will go exactly the same as you boys, apart from one player. So I'll go Jed Ward, Wilson, Taylor, Swinkles, Hunt, Butcher, Moore, Mola, and then LT in the 10 with Sinclair and Sotirio, just to mix it up a tiny bit. Because I also think Hutchinson needs a rest as well, and I know that he creates a lot of stuff, but I just at the same time he could. We need, if we're going to go toe to toe playing football against Bolton, I just think LT's that little bit first touch passing higher than Hutchinson, and Hutchinson's touch has been off recently. So let's just give him a little rest and bring him on in the second half when he needs it. I would say start him in the next game after that. Like, I'm not saying he needs to be benched permanently.
No,
at the same time, it's he's been running around like a blue ass fly in there. So yeah, just a little different. Start LT in the 10 and there we go.
Yeah, Harry saying I think Thomas would be worse. But that's fair enough. It's all about opinions.
Well, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, I do understand it. Because like you said, he's played a lot. When was like there ain't been many times where like he started a lot.
He started a lot under Cowdy.
A lot of starts.
I mean,
same as Sousa. Like a lot of people have said,
yeah.
Like fair enough, Sousa might not be the best defensively, but again, since Cowdy's coming, he's pretty much played every single minute. Like
but with a screen of Taylor Moore and Butcher behind him, if Hutchinson was in the 10, that that I'm not against that whatsoever. But
yeah, fair.
I was I'll just be a little bit different. Why not?
Yeah.
I think you need to rotate as well because we only played Huddersfield on yesterday. So you might need to rotate a few players because they might not all pass a blooming fitness test to start. Like Sinclair starting again up top is a bit nerve wracking, but at the same time don't really have.
Yeah, they're in a lot of
anything else. So
yeah.
He's the one that I'd be least concerned about. Sinclair. Forget he's 35, fittest kid.
No, I know he's fit. I know he's fit, but I'm just not. He's just not. He's just not doing it, is he? Really?
I think he'll recover better than anyone. To be honest, if you think about his credentials and what he's done and where he's been, he knows how to do it. I mean, he's the last person I'd be concerned about, to be honest. But
no, I know. It's never a question of fitness for him. It's just like he's not. I don't know. He's just not quite at it at the races at the minute. But at the same time, you haven't got anything else, so go for it.
We are Fredbear.
Yeah, 100%. Tom said, anyone know what Raw said about Matt Taylor? Trust me, I know from speaking to Rel about that. So yeah, I'll just leave that for the interview. Yeah.
He basically said he's shit.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
But to be fair, though, a lot of them have said that. You could just tell, even from the interview that when Neil said it straight away. Like none of these players, when he come in, none of these players were like, oh my god, like what?
Did you remember that video of when he came?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That
and I remember Evans looking there thinking, I'm definitely leaving in the summer. I'm not staying around for this.
Yeah, even the some of the stuff that me and Neil heard at like Wickham, like about what he's done. Honestly, it is mad. But yeah, we'll get into predictions anyway. Score predictions. Obviously, I was the only one that got a point out of all of us. Obviously, I predicted a win. Not the 3-2 madness I was expecting. 3-2 Rovers win, but like you said, 1-0, I'll take it. Yeah, let us know your predictions in the comments. Of course, if you don't leave them in the comments, make sure you leave them after. Then I will be updating all of them for Thursday. I'll go with you, Neil, first. What is your score prediction and goal scorers? And like I said, let us know yours in the comments below. There's over 60 watching live right now, so let us know. Can we get 60 in there?
3-1 Bolton.
3-1 Bolton. Yeah.
I just think they'll run over us last 20, 25 minutes. I just think they'll run over us because they've got the personnel to do so, and we're going to be out on our feet. I think even if we're in it like on the hour, 70 minutes, I just think their changes could absolutely kill us, to be honest. I think even if we get to the point of being in it by that point, I just think the changes will make the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Goal scorers?
Sotirio for us. He's our talisman at the minute, isn't he? So
4 in his last 6 of them. And I'm now our top goal scorer in the league with 5.
For them, I'd say McAtee, Farino, Azza.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, Farino from a set piece, and
right. Neil loves Farino. That's it. This is something I've learned from this.
He's a bit like Joe Lowe. Like what do you do with him?
I know exactly that.
Unless you affect his run, you're never going to win the first contact.
I've got flashbacks with him at Wickham. He's mental.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's an absolute animal.
He's an absolute him and Taffazoli or however you say his name.
Yeah, Taffazoli.
He's in Hong Kong now. You ain't got to worry about him. He's long gone.
No, I know he's gone in like French league or something. And he's
in like Asia, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's
Hong Kong. He's playing in Hong Kong.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
still doing YouTube though and TikTok, so fair play to him.
Yeah, it's class. Yeah, shout out to him. And who's the other Crawley? What's his name? Toby Malarkey? Is that how you say his name? I don't even know. But he does like
he's playing on league.
Yeah, he does like the YouTube and TikTok.
Like Ultranum and sides like that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, obviously we got him very soon. Neil's gone 3-1. Harry Jenkins has gone 2-1 Bolton. JMO Stote has gone 3-1 Bolton. If we're in it, maybe a 1-0 gas. But Reality says 2-0 Bolton. Chris Collier, 3-1 Bolton. Raul for us, McAtee and Collins with 2. Yeah, Collins gone at the mem again. Bare bones against a better side than Huddersfield, 2-0 Bolton. Marco, shout out to you. 2-1 Collins, but no Gloucester Road for him after. That special moment that Neil's got tattooed on his calf, a lovely tat. And what a moment. Josh, can you see anything better than a loss, or what are you going for, and what's your goal scorers for both teams if both teams score anyway?
I can, lads. I'm going Bristol Rovers.
Here we go.
I'm going Bristol Rovers 2, Bolton Wanderers 2.
Another 2-2 draw.
For a 2-2 draw. I don't know. I just
they do concede a lot. They do concede.
Yeah, they do concede a lot. There's something about us at the mem that, all right. We we should have had 2.
Look at that. 5-0 gas.
Oh god. There's something about us at the mem. I mean, other than yesterday, we like to score more than 2 or 3 goals. You know.
Yeah.
They ship. We normally oblige going forward, but we're not good enough to keep them out. I don't know. Tuesday night at the mem under the lights, unless you're Fleetwood or Burton on a Tuesday or coming to us, if
Blackpool.
Oh mate, Blackpool, yeah. If you come to us and try and play football, sometimes that suits us. So
yeah.
2-2. I know what you're going to ask me, so I'll go straight in with goal scorers. I'm going to go Ruel Sotirio for us, and I'll also go with. Christ, I don't see any other goal threat. I'll go for Sil Swinkles.
Yeah, he does love a goal.
he does love a goal. And then for they, it's obvious, isn't it? McAtee and Collins.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, 2-2.
2-2 again. 2-2 again for the second game running. I love it. At least, yeah, point up there. That'd be brilliant. 4 points from Huddersfield and Bolton at home would be brilliant. Thatcher's and Sam has gone 1-1, even to you. Tom Rummels has gone 2-2.
Well
Same
done,
as Josh. Rowe and Collins to score in the 1-1. Yeah, obviously the comment from Harry. Josh will say 5-0. For me, of course, I would love anything from the game, point or win. But yeah, I agree with Neil. I think we'll lose. I just with the squad that, you know, with injuries down to bare bones, Huddersfield then Bolton. I think it'll be 2-1, but unfortunately not to Rovers. Obviously, by the time the game comes, I'll be like, yeah, Rovers are going to win this. But right now, and being realistic, looking at Bolton on fire, 5 wins and a draw in Schumacher's 7 games, 4 games unbeaten. Well, 6 games unbeaten with 5 wins and a draw in the last 5. It doesn't look good. I'll say 2-1 Bolton. For us, it's got to be Sotirio, hasn't it? Got to be him. For Bolton, yeah, Collins is 100% scoring. And I'll go with Owen Toyle, because we still look very, very risky from set pieces. Huddersfield had a few close moments, but yeah, I'll go with Owen Toyle. So yeah, 2 of us have gone for a loss. 1 of us has gone for a draw. Hopefully, of course, we get something. A win would be ridiculous. To get back-to-back wins at home against Huddersfield and Bolton. A draw would be really good. Looking at the injuries, etc. Quick turnaround, but yeah, thanks to everyone that's tuned in. We're going to end it here. Just appreciate the support as always. Thanks to Josh and Neil for coming on again. 3 of us were back. We'll be back on Thursday to preview Lincoln with the speed camera Jake Tunn coming on. I'm looking forward to what he's actually said about us during their stream right now. But yeah, he'll be back on. We'll be back on Thursday. Obviously, Max Reaction will be out. Fingers crossed we can get something. Like I said, leave a like, leave your predictions. Follow me, Neil, Josh. Subscribe to the pod. Gas Fan TV, TikTok, everything. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Up the gas.
Right, a gas.